They will teach you how to earn, how to spend, how to consume. But almost no one will teach you the single skill that determines whether you will live your life as a creator or a captive. The skill, learning to govern your own mind. Chapter 1. The illusion of readiness is what holds you back. My dear listener, you do not need more inspiration. You do not need a better planner. You certainly don't need to wait for the right time. What you need, desperately, is to stop negotiating with yourself, because you will never feel ready. And yet the world waits for no one. Most people live their entire lives in what I call mental rehearsal mode. They plan, they visualize, they daydream, but they never act. They spend years preparing for a future they're too afraid to step into. Understand this truth. Action is the language of belief. If you don't act on your desires, you don't believe in them. Chapter 2. Discipline is the gateway to freedom. The modern world has tricked you into believing that freedom means doing what you want. But real freedom, it means doing what must be done, even when you don't feel like it. Self-discipline is not punishment. It is liberation. It is how you free yourself from emotional chaos, financial ruin, broken promises, and untapped potential. No one drifts to success. They row, they climb, they bleed if they must. And the ones who win aren't the ones who had the easiest route. They're the ones who learned to keep showing up when no one clapped, when nothing worked, and when the inner voice screamed to quit. Chapter 3. Pain is not the enemy. Inaction Island. Pain will visit you. It is a guaranteed guest. But here's the question. Will it be the pain of discipline or the pain of regret? The pain of action lasts minutes. The pain of regret can last a lifetime. Your body, your mind, your income, your relationships, they are all reflections of the standards you enforce or ignore. And the greatest trick the mind plays on you, convincing you that you have time. You don't. Chapter 4. You've been programmed since birth. Break the pattern. Let me speak plainly. You were not born weak. You were taught to be weak. You were taught to obey, not to lead. You were taught to seek approval, not to trust your inner voice. Every time you hesitate instead of act, scroll instead of plan, complain instead of execute, you are reinforcing the program. But here's the truth. A program can be rewritten. Your mind is not a cage. It is a tool, but you must learn to wield it, or the world will use it against you. Chapter 5. Thought without action is a delusion. People say, I've been thinking about starting a business, changing careers, getting in shape. Thinking about it for how long exactly? Because if thought is not turned into action, it becomes mental quicksand. You don't need more thinking. You need decision. You need commitment that doesn't shake just because your emotions do. The time to act is not when you're confident. It's when you're committed. Chapter 6. Most people are slaves to emotion. Don't be most people. You must not be ruled by feelings. Most are. They move only when they feel like it. They work only when it's exciting. They start, but rarely finish. And why? Because emotion runs their decisions. And emotion is volatile. If you want to create wealth, health, impact, you must become a master of emotional neutrality. That doesn't mean cold, it means calculated. The man who remains unmoved by pressure, chaos, or applause, he is the one who truly controls the game. Chapter 7. Fear will always whisper. Move anyway. You will feel fear. Expect it. But you must not serve it. The great ones, the builders, inventors, leaders, they all felt fear. But they moved anyway. Fear is a liar, and its favorite word is later. Don't let fear turn you into a spectator in your own life. Because one day you'll look back and realize the walls you were afraid to break through were never even real. Chapter 8. The environment is stronger than willpower. Control it. Look around. If your phone distracts you, move it. If your friends drain you, replace them. If your room feels like a prison, rebuild it into a war room. Don't fight your environment. Design it. You were never meant to rely on raw willpower. You were meant to design your world in a way that pulls you forward rather than holding you back. Chapter 9. You are one decision away from a different life. Yes, just one. One decision to stop waiting. One decision to execute daily, no matter what. One decision to believe in your vision more than in your excuses. You're not too late. You're just one decision behind. Chapter 10. Your thoughts are real estate. Guard them like a fortress. If a stranger came into your house and trashed the place, you'd throw them out immediately. Yet you let thoughts of doubt, shame, envy, and fear take up permanent residence in your mind without resistance. Your mind is sacred ground. Guard it. Audit what you allow in: books, music, people, screens. Everything is programming you or deprogramming you. Choose wisely. Chapter 11. Burn the backup plan. You want to succeed? Then stop giving yourself an exit. Do you think Edison had a plan B? Did Ford? Did Rockefeller? Number, they had commitment. Burn the backup plan. Lock the door behind you. You don't need a way out. You need a way through. Chapter 12. Winners don't feel ready. They feel responsible. The difference between dreamers and doers? Dreamers wait to feel ready. Doers move because they feel responsible for their goals, their family, their future. Responsibility breeds power, and power gets things done. Chapter 13. Start ugly, stay consistent. Finish glorious, your first attempt will be messy. Good. That means you're in motion. Stop comparing your Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 20. Success is ugly at first, but it's consistent execution that polishes it into brilliance. Chapter 14. Energy is everything. Protect it like a king. You cannot build a future if you are constantly drained. Sleep is not a luxury. Nutrition is not a suggestion. Silence is not weakness. You must protect your mind, body, and spirit like your destiny depends on it, because it does. And that means saying no often, not because you're selfish, but because you are focused. Chapter 15. In the end, only one question remains. Did you use your mind, or did the world use it for you? Because that's the final battle, and it's happening now, not someday. You are being pulled in 100 directions, every scroll, every distraction, every doubt. And yet, inside you, there is still a quiet voice that says, I am meant for more. So listen to it, honor it, move with it. Because you don't get this time back, and the world doesn't need more opinions. It needs more people willing to become the master of themselves. Before I leave you, let me say this, and say it clearly. The greatest war you will ever fight is not against poverty, not against rejection, not against the opinions of others. The greatest war is the war between who you are and who you were meant to become. Most will lose this war, not because they lack talent, not because they lack time, but because they never learned to defeat the voice inside that whispered, not yet, maybe later. Who are you to try? And so they wait, until the mirror shows wrinkles, until their energy is gone, until it's too late to start. But you still have time, you still have power, you still have choice. You don't need permission, you don't need certainty. All you need is the courage to take the first step and never stop walking. There is no cavalry coming. You are the hero you've been waiting for, and your time is now. So go. Build the life no one thought you could. Win the war no one else can fight. Master your mind, or spend your life dancing to the rhythm of someone else's drum. Your legacy begins with what you do next. If this message sparked something inside you, subscribe to Napoleon Hill Radio, not to be inspired, but to be transformed. Comment below. I choose discipline over delay. Because every day you wait is a day you could have won.